Who would like to recap last week's session and bring everybody up to speed for a little inspiration?
This is
Oh, you said for inspiration.
It is for, as always, it is for inspiration.
You think we do this shit for fun?
Okay. I think I can do this one because this one seemed fairly simple for me. I got this. So, last week we came back to our 2-day break session of meeting with the Senku. Came in, he told us like a little, if you need help, call me. We can get you these things, these items, housing, such and forth. Then we decided to sort of take me, Rainier, and Ember went to the temple. I don't know if it's the temple or a temple, but we went to go help Rainier's friend that had gotten stabbed. Ember Prime healed the friend. He thanked us. We looked through the note that Rainier had, started to inspect on it. Group wise, we came to the conclusion, let's go hunt down where you can buy this fancy paper. Sort of went on like a little spree around town, just looking for merchants that sell paper. Found out there's 3 of them. The second one we ran into, the general store, started to ask him about some paper, and for some reason he got really scared. He decided he was not going to stay at his shop anymore and ran away through a tunnel. After a while, we took a bet. Who thought he was coming back? We went to go look, found out he wasn't here, followed him through the tunnel. I won't say like halfway through the tunnel. I think we got a long way to go down this tunnel. Found out there is a flesh golem down there with some red-coated people. And we heard a mysterious voice who, surprisingly, we had ran into Rue on his way out of the town. And they, as a group, seem to be moving I did not write the name of the mineral down. The Praetor's armor mineral.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be moving that out of the town. As to why, where it's going, not sure yet. He told us we won't take this fight, we won't win it. I'm pretty sure the group as a collective said we can see about that. And that seems to be where we're at a sort of a standstill of running into Rue.
Very good. Take some inspiration. I know Firm definitely said we'll see about it. as usual, stepping up to the plate of I'll take you on. Yes, you find yourselves in a tunnel system that seems to be going under the city of Maras. From where you are, you're unsure of where it further leads, but having found this intersection of sorts, where very clearly they've built an infrastructure here. Whether they built it or are just taking advantage of it, who really knows? But they are moving 3 mine carts that are full of the manolin mineral that is used to power the Praetor armor, which is really they have guards in the city, but the Praetors are who really defends the city.
Sure.
And without this mineral, the Maras would be relatively defenseless. Yes, go on.
Can I ask a question about that real quick?
Yeah.
I know that as a group, the 5th season, it's been explained to them what manolin is and its general importance to the city.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm curious whether or not in this circumstance, did they specifically say that manolin is in these carts? And if not, what's the likelihood that anyone other than Ember would recognize what this stuff is?
I know that Ember picked up on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm trying to recall from last week, and please correct me if anybody knows, especially Ted, if you can recall, but I don't know if Ember's had the opportunity to mention that.
Okay.
And then besides her, I don't think anyone else would know it by sight.
Right.
You know, um, uh, Ember, just due to the context of who she is and that. I would say anybody would have an opportunity to attempt to identify because you spent time with the Praetors at camp, and they do have to do like they it, they would have probably had a small amount with them to like
Okay.
charge their suits. So it is likely you would have seen them like as they're prepping their armor to get ready, actually like infusing it into the armor. In my mind, it's like when you like set it in and like these runes activate, kind of absorb it into the armor to kind of power it. I don't have like it's not codified in my head, but that's like the basic of it. So it is likely they would have had a very small amount
Gotcha.
to ensure their power. So I would say going forward, if Ember is unable to pass the information along, that anybody could like on their turn make a check to see like what it is that they're trying to move.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. I will bring us into scene
Also,
here.
we've burned one of their counter spells.
One, yes, at least one counter spell out of how many have been burned. But you are aware that the two people dressed in red robes are mages for sure. There's the large zombie flesh goblin. I don't know why I said flesh goblin. He's a flesh golem. He is
Flesh
current.
Goblin's worse somehow.
It is somehow worse. He has one cart, and then there's two other. Let's just say two other carts. They are actively moving it.
Towards the elevator.
Towards the elevator.
Here?
Yeah, I was like, I think I have just lights, not walls built in, because it's just easier for this scene anyway.
I just want to be clear. This is the elevator.
This is an elevator. Yeah. Though you won't fully know that until you come around the corner, essentially. But you see them moving moving a cart. Okay. Rue had just essentially challenged you, but made a challenge, but also a warning of like, you don't want to do this.
He made a suicide death.
Yeah, you all, I know you all are responding to it. So let's have everybody roll initiative, please.
Two of you have inspiration if you feel like using it on this.
Do I want to use it?
I'm always last. This is such a wild thing.
Hold my beer.
I believe you do go first because of the 18 instead of the 16.
God damn it.
I think I'm gonna save it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll save
nobody
it. I'm most
doing
likely probably-
inspos
I'm probably gonna die in this one, like normal.
or bardics. I don't know if there's any bardics out there.
I'm gonna save it for a death save.
There are two bardics, but one of them rolled the 21. That's good. The other one is Ragnarok.
Okay.
This is really like I'm
Said one of them did well, and the other is Ragnarok.
This is such a
Oh boy. Rainier, what's your dex modifier?
Modifier.
Yeah.
A +4.
+4. Okay. You and Rue are tied.
Jesus
for the top.
Christ.
You both have the same modifier. So let's roll not initiative again, but just a d20 adding your basically I want to roll another initiative, but I don't want to change your order. Because this is basically which of you two are going first at that
Yeah,
point.
just roll an initiative die.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll a d20. They have a +4. It sounds like you
Okay.
have a +4 as well to it.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, boy.
+7. Okay. Okay. They rolled 15. Rue will go
Okay.
first. Very interesting. Okay. Unexpected for me. I figured one of you guys would definitely go first on this. Okay. We begin our combat.
To the point. Sure.
Did we do something today? I'm hurt.
We had
You
a
all,
there was a
yeah,
trap.
there was a poisonous gas trap.
Oh right. Okay. I was like, my right should not have hurt so bad.
Yeah, definitely not the right having hurt so bad. Okay. Okay, cool. You see Rue begin chanting an incantation, speaking the words of power. He makes movements with his hands, and you see he has these kind of like gauntlet-like bracers, and you see one of them kind of shine a bit, and a glowing blue kind of bucklerish image appears over top of one of them, as a type of energy shield appears on it, like a shield. You see he points a finger at the group of you and goes, "Eeny, meeny, miny,
Can
mo."
I, as firm, as soon as he's about to say Mo, I would like to cast Counterspell on his finger. Basically, whatever he's doing, just cast Counterspell on it.
Okay. You
But I
see.
want to say Mo when he's about to say it.
Awesome.
Oh no, Dawson! I thought you were trying to live.
Incredible. You see like energy begin to like pour out of this, like it's surrounding his arm, feeding into the hand, and you see the finger like sweep past you, pointing towards maybe Ember, maybe Rainier, maybe Ragnarok.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. Mo, and you cast Counterspell. Your magic goes out. Does your counterspell look like anything in particular when you do it?
I know I gave it a look, but I don't have. I might be in pins. It is not. I don't remember where I have the sheet saved.
It can always be different. It doesn't have to be the same thing every time.
Oh, it's honestly. It's an explosion of powder.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an explosion like spices.
Cool. An explosion of powder puffs out, and the spices cup in the air. The magic he was creating unravels in front of him.
You know the thing where people throw their hands out left and right and like shake their heads and like dance a little bit? Firm's gonna do that and then flip him off at the same time and just start doing it, walking backwards.
New Fortnite dance.
I just take a big step away from Firm.
Incredible. I love it. Incredible. You see he's just waving the spice and dust out of the air until it dissipates. Takes a look at you from goes, that's right. The new one. Don't know much about you, but I know you'll be the first to go down.
I've already done it twice. Ain't gonna scare me this time.
He turns his head around to look at the two behind him, and he just like points at the group and he says, "Feel free to light them up." And you see, he actually moves to these ladders here. climbs up to the edge of it.
This is an elevated platform, yeah.
Elevated platform, yeah.
Okay.
He's about roughly 15-ish up or so.
Made of wood.
Made of wood. Made of wood.
Yeah.
Nope, no reason. Just asking.
Okay, Rainier.
I believe I mentioned that my crossbow is leveled towards the to the golem. But at the the exchange of small fireworks, it points upwards, and I am going to cast my first spell of this game. With just no, not you. Where are you? With the new weapon that I have, try to eliminate as much shadow as possible. What is that? 50. Yeah, we'll put it right here. I'm gonna cast daylight, originating from that point.
Okay. I believe the spell should be in your spell section.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out. Okay, here we go. Da. Did it work? Oh God.
Is it asking you to
Yes.
put something? Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
So it's asking you where you want it to originate.
Yeah, let's actually go. Yeah, let's go here and try to.
Oh my.
Okay.
Filling this entire space with bright light, and the next 60 feet beyond this circle is now in dim light.
Okay. Incredible.
Oh, I also get to roll my d20.
Oh. Right.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Eh,
What does
it's
that do?
only
It just means nothing, I think. I think it's on a 20. I summon an angel.
Oh. Got it.
Would
Okay.
have been cooler if you did.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, it certainly would have. But what I was really thinking was, if anyone here has a shadow
God.
step of any kind, wanted to prevent that from ever happening.
Yeah. This whole place is just lit up. It's just lit the fuck up. You do see like the three in the center, including the flesh golem. Everyone like brings their hands up, just like, oh God, just searing bright light.
And then I think that is all I'm gonna do for this turn, because I am currently out of significant range of some of the wizards. So I like where I'm at.
Okay,
Mm.
very, very cool. Okay. Sick. At the end of your turn, Ragnarok, you see Rue kind of. It's like there's a angle on the wall. You see him kind of lean on the railing, catch eyes with you, points a finger at you, and you see energy line up along the gauntlet. He is beginning the incantations of a spell.
I can't do it twice, so
You can't do it twice. Okay. Okay. You do
Cal will
have
say Mo at just some random point. It won't do anything, but it will say Mo.
incredible. I'm giving you like situational cover based on the line of sight that he has, which is poor. So your AC is what right now?
So 21 plus whatever bonus you want to give. Wait,
Okay.
sorry. Wait. 20.
20.
Wait, no. The shield of gnawing is still it's the berserker skill that's not in effect right now, so it's 20.
It is 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you're normally at 21. The berserker's kill is like when you rage, that gives you the plus. Okay. Just to be okay. Okay, I gave you a +2. So that'd be 22. His roll is 22, which we can see right here. blasting. You see fire scrape along the edge of the wall, across some of the beams, impacting into you for 24 fire damage.
Oof.
Okay, Ember.
Okay. I will have to move forward just a tad so that I can. If I am here, I presume I can see the tracks. I can see where they are going. She is just running up, shouting, "You're not taking that! You're not taking the Manolin! Nope!" And in a move that I am 100% positive that I will come to regret, Ember will. Well, first I will drop almost right onto a power strip, so that's almost deadly. Ember Prime will run up, yelling out words of power, shouting a prayer to Moradin. I am going to drop a wall of fire right about. Wait, I can actually do that if I do. Come here, spell book.
Okay.
Wall of fire.
This person down here will use the reaction to attempt a counter spell. They don't know what you're doing, so they will roll a counter spell out for it.
Blast that bitch.
Okay. Wall of Fire's what level?
Level 4.
Level 4. Okay. Okay, they're using third level to do it, so they have to roll just their ability check. Flat, no bonuses. Okay, they rolled 18 total.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
I will just narrow my eyes at the one that just did that and
Yeah.
make a "I'm gonna crush you" motion with my hands.
Very good, very good. How can I mark them to show that they have done this? I will curse them. Just so there's something on them. Cool. Counterspell goes off. Anything else? Any movements, bonus actions, anything?
Nope.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you see Rue standing up there, hand on the railing, look at you. Don't you know you shouldn't play with fire, little spark? And he sends a wave of energy in your direction. But with a 12, does not impact you enough to do damage. Okay, Zol.
Uh, okay. Bonus action to switch mask. Throw it on the wizard mask. Step up to here, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Ooh, get them bitches.
So
love
I'm
the name.
doing first on this. I'm basically going to throw one at each of them. So
Okay.
I guess he is within range of counter if he feels like it.
They do not counter.
Okay. So this one on this. I'll be adding the sneaky to this.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll
Good
add
googly
2d6.
moogly.
Okay. So 18 total to that target.
To that guy, yeah. And
You
then
got
I'm going to
it.
do the other mage.
K-pop.
And this.
Okay, another 9.
That's to the other mage. It's,
Right,
Yeah,
yep.
13.
Yep, okay.
And then now the golem. Just spread the damage around.
Hey.
That's what. Gil.
Well, this is gonna the sneaky are rolled dice. I don't know why I didn't do the damage, or at least it didn't show me what the damage is.
Yeah, I don't know. I see a thing just saying you've critically hit, but I don't see like the roll or anything.
Okay, this is the sneaky damage. I can re-roll the. I guess I have to re-roll the scorching ray damage because yeah, it says it critically hit, but then the damage like disappeared. So 4d6. I toot on my
my.
horn. I
Wow.
toot on my horn strong.
2 fire damage.
Is it the 216s? 32?
It is the 216s, yeah.
Oh, holy
Because it's
shit.
the scorching ray double
Woo!
dice and then the sneaky scorching ray. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, well, I do that and then I step back.
Incredible.
I play the best horn of my life and then I get the fuck
Ooh.
out of here.
Incredible. While not vulnerable to fire, the flesh golems have an aversion to fire.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you have given them disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of their next turn.
That's good. The only thing I remember about them is something to do with lightning that makes me concerned about it. I don't know if they hate it or they love it.
Yeah, they definitely. The fire causes effects on them for sure.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Punch him in the throat.
Okay, which one is it? Oh, this one. Okay. They. Am I in a measuring mode? I am in measuring mode. Okay. They move. Yeah, they move here. There we go. Okay. Let me just make sure they have. Okay. Okay, cool. They begin to cast a spell.
I can't do anything about it.
Same.
Oh, whoops. Ignore. Okay, good. I didn't trigger anybody. Good. Da, da, da. Okay. Fire racing across the way. The heat is facing towards you all, so it is in this direction.
Oh my god. Oh my god. God,
Nice.
Okay.
everybody's just dancing on them.
Incredible. Incredible. Da, 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 da. Okay, cool. The damage is 19, half if you succeeded, and then whatever resistances you have from there. Fire, the heat of the fire just raking through down that down that mine path. If you end your turn next to the fire, it burns you again. Just so you're aware.
If we're on this side of it.
Correct. Wall of fire is opaque, though, so should you go onto the non-damaging side, you will not be able to see through anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Cal, you're in it, so I don't think you can see anything anyway. And I'm just looking to see... This is not a wall that pushes, so you're just inside of it right now. Cool. That's their turn. Let me move a little bit off. Okay, Ragnarok.
All right. So I am still on the
Kerfucking
ceiling.
On the ceiling, yeah.
How-
The whole this thing is top to bottom, right? So you're still next to the flames if you don't move.
Yeah. How far of a drop is it?
I mean, here it opens up a little bit more, right? So, like, before you were, everyone was kind of crouched for dwarves. Here, it begins to open up a bit because there's, like, elevated things and larger structures. So, from where you are, it's about a 10-foot drop. And then the largest it goes up to is maybe 20 feet in the further in.
Yeah. All right. So running along the wall. Running along the ceiling. I'm going to run this way. And then run this way, and instead of jumping down, I'm just gonna slowly kind of make my way along the wall so I get down further, so that way I don't have to jump. And then I'll move here. I'm choosing my tail, so I'm gonna hit him recklessly with my tail.
Okay. Can you do so with disadvantage as you go into strike, and as the shadows are coalescing around him, he seems to be predicting your movements a bit.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I can. Oops, let me select them. Reckless, obviously. I also bit my shield, although I'm not going to use it this time.
Okay.
One more can. Hey. And this time I'll use my shield. I forgot that I don't have advantage now, so I'm a little afraid to waste it.
Oh my god.
And then last one. Nope. I'm sorry. I don't have last one. It's not my hands. Those are my 2 hits.
The 2 hits, okay. big hits on the boy. As you stab in, slice in, he's pushing and deflecting with his shield against yours. They're slamming into each other. How tall are you?
I think it's 7'2". It's definitely over 7.
Over 7? Yeah, you and him are like about eye to eye. He's like an inch or 2 taller than you. Form wise, like this guy is about, probably like could be as strong as you are, facing one-on-one with him. Okay, excellent. Cool. Excellent. Okay. At the end of your turn, you see he reaches down on his belt, kind of to like where a weapon should be, and draws his arm. And as he does, a blade of force energy comes, like it's just like manifesting out, and he swings that in your direction. Ooh, okay, hold on. Oh, thank God. Everyone else is still targeted. So it was like about to attack like 5 people. Holy shit. Okay. First strike, you deftly dodge out of the way. Second strike, your AC is now 21.
Yes.
Okay, hits you. Hits you.
Reaction to use my tail to try and make it miss.
Ooh, okay, let's see.
I don't know if it actually has thing on here for it. I may just have to roll a d8. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
12. That'd been great. Ooh, 28 AC.
Oh my god.
Sword swings in. You see, like, it's too fast. It's too fast. You're not going to be able to move yourself out of the way. Tail almost instinctively comes in and slams the sword out of the way. Incredible.
Yes, that finally worked.
Incredible. Okay, they're at 0. Okay, cool.
Ah,
Okay, cool. This dude here.
He's a witty
Okay.
ex-cola.
Okay, he is not. Okay, cool. His movement is 30. Okay, yeah. He's not like dying from the fire damage. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Moves the first box into position. I guess it would be here. Cool. And then you see it begins to turn. It turns around and then begins walking towards the other ones, but can't do so on this turn. Cal, you are in the wall of fire, so you are not being burned by it currently, but you cannot see anything currently.
Ow, ow, ow. All right, so the first thing Cal is going to do is get out of the fire. And 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let me. Yeah, I can probably see that spot. I can see the carts are all on the same track. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can't see that like from your angle. I'd say you couldn't see the elevator proper, but you can I would say that you saw them moving the cart, and you see that there's 2 carts. So the 2 boxes in the south.
Right. I can't see into the elevator, but I can see this square.
I'd say let's just.
I mean,
just
like
using
I'm using the measuring tool, and it
yeah.
it doesn't clip that wall. And that's how it doesn't clip this corner, right? So I can see around that.
Yeah, sure. If you're making any attacks, something would have cover, but I'd say you can probably get a brief eye on that.
And can I tell that I'm still going to be hurt by this wall of fire if I stop right here?
I mean, I'd say you are probably aware of how this spell kind of works. I mean, you've both seen it and been in it before.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll deal with that in a second. But right now, I am. Yeah, I'm going to. Oh God, there's no good place to go, is there? Son of a gun. Well, I gotta get away from this thing. I'm gonna just Misty Step out here just so I'm away from the fire.
Okay.
Which gets rid of the issue of me being able to see this spot.
Yeah, you sure can.
I am going to cast Minor Illusion and have a big stone wall right here.
Well, a small stone wall.
Well,
a 5-foot stone wall.
Yeah, big enough to stop a cart if it were real.
Okay. Okay. A minor illusion. A wall appears. You see the undead kind of shakes its head for a moment. Any other? You still have, I don't know if you still have movement left
Nope,
or anything
I'm out.
else.
I'm out of everything. I am
Okay.
done.
Okay. Firm.
Firm is going to say, knowledge-wise, I assume Firm has been keeping track and knows that single-minded lady used her counterspell. This one down here used her counterspell. Rue can't see him, so he is going to launch a fireball, and I will upcast it to 4th level. And I am placing it right here. I did the measurements. It says 20 feet, but it doesn't have the golem in it. But he's 20 feet from the center. That's what I was going to
It'd be
measure
whatever the template puts it into, right?
say.
Yeah. However, your calculation is a little off, as the wizard up top does have their counterspell. They have been saving it for you.
See, I had thought they had counterspelled somebody Ember's thing last week.
They counterspelled my fairy fire.
Ooh,
But
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if that was in the same round as the issue.
It is not. That was
Right.
not in rounds when that occurred.
Also, I don't know what. Oh, there it goes. Okay, place measure template.
Have they had their turn though since they've cast counterspell?
This person has not cast counterspell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually the the wizard at the bottom was the one who had done it very first, and then they also counterspelled. The only other counterspell that's occurred. This is the person that has been saving it. Didn't counterspell Zal. Didn't counterspell Cal. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Firm. The only thing they know about you is that you're a wizard, right? They this is like a, I guess, kind of a meta knowledge, but like this person has very clearly been like watching you, waiting for you to make your move. So they begin to cast their counterspell. Now you have a counterspell at your disposal currently now, because it's your turn. Your reaction is back.
Yes.
You don't know what level they're casting at. They don't know what level you're casting at, right? So it's up to you how you want to handle it. But you see them, they are beginning to cast counterspell on you.
Yes. Probably shouldn't, but I'm going to, because why not? I will, as I see them about to launch theirs, he will cast his once more.
Is as well. Okay. I'll need you to roll for your counterspell, which I believe is just clicking the other formula. I should roll it. 16. Okay. You see them. It seems that they're putting a tremendous amount of effort into trying to stop your spell from happening. I will tell you this because I think it's more exciting to know. They're blowing a 5th level spell to try to stop whatever it is that you were doing, and your 16 overrides that. You unravel their magic as your fireball just soars through the air, detonating.
Flavor blast him.
Oh yes, he can be flavor blasted now because he failed the counter spell.
Well, no.
No, sorry.
Well, yeah, no. We gotta wait till you do the damage.
Yes,
I think.
I had to populate it. Once
when someone
saving
fails,
throw.
yeah.
I think you got to move your template down one too.
What do you mean?
What's his face? Rue technically isn't in it because
Oh,
according to
that's
the template. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, he like just misses it per the template.
How do I move the templates after I place them?
If you on the left hand side are the control buttons, and there's the person that lets you move your token. Underneath of it is it's a measurement tool of AoE effects. When you click that, you'll see now there's an explosion in the center of your thing, allowing you to place.
Cool. And I am launching.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see what any of these people have going on. Doesn't do that. Okay. They've used their reaction. I will mark them with the curse, just like the other one. Okay. Okay. Wall of Fire drops. They fail their con save.
Nice.
Now you can
Rue
flavor blast
here.
someone.
Yeah. So I see this, and it says once per turn I can use Flavor Blast. But it says when a creature fails. What if multiple creatures fail? Do they all get Flavor Blasted?
I think it's only
once
one.
per turn, when a creature fails, you can cause the target. So when a creature
Oh,
fails,
until I use it again. Okay.
You can basically give one of them disadvantage on concentration checks for like a minute
Got it.
by making them smell too good. I don't want to parse that too hard.
By making them smell.
Like,
they
God damn, I smell
too good. When a creature fails a saving throw.
I would like to note, single-minded Oogly Boo. If they have failed, I would like to Flavor Blast that one.
Yeah, I will say, right, because this is like a wizard feature of your class, because some of the things like this class has cool things to it, but they may not seem as powerful as like other wizard classes. I think in order to make sure that this is like powerful, and I may regret this at a later point, but I think I'm gonna go with the wording of when a creature fails, meaning if any creature fails the saving throw. So anybody who fails the saving throw, which is both of the wizards, the mages here, they both can be affected by your flavor blast.
Sean.
What is the
Rue.
food of your choosing? Now I have to know. What do they smell like?
What was it? Not here. Here he wants to make it sort of. I don't think Firm has ever seen a flesh golem. So looking at it, he's going to sort of make it smell like charred rat in hopes that that's what the flesh golem is seeing, because he doesn't think it's seen anything other than that.
Incredible. Rue does not want to take, just doesn't want to take the damage. They will choose to succeed on their saving throw.
This is my last question. Since he is standing on wood, and most of that wood on that corner just got blown up with fire, is there a chance he falls?
Is there a chance he falls? There's not a chance he falls.
Got it.
Yeah, it's not enough to destroy the platform in its entirety.
But the structure is on fire, right?
There are portions of the structure that are on fire. The entire thing is not engulfed in flame.
Yes.
But there are bits of things that are, ignited due to the fireball.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else? Firm.
No, he just flips off the wizards, the little mages down there, and it's just like, suck it. And I'll move up a little bit.
Okay, very cool. Okay. Okay. I'll mark them as, I guess, bleeding as their flavor blasted.
Don't parse it too hard.
Yeah, you can't think too much about that one there. Okay, let me find Rue. Okay. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Cool. This wizard comes up here and is like, as they're walking, you can see they're like patting out some bits of flame and then like turns the other one. Do you smell that? um. Okay. Not cool. Not cool at all, guys. Okay. This this mage begins casting a spell.
I'm just gonna hold it. I already used it, but either way.
Yeah,
You
you
used
did.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did use it. Yeah, that's the real thing.
Mhm.
Is that is yeah. Okay. Cool. You see, they cast their magic, and then emanating in the hallway, a noxious gas begins to fill the space, occluding all of your vision, causing you to cough and stutter and sputter.
Yeah. I will here. I will use my inspiration in hopes that I don't go black out for this one.
Okay.
What is it again? Constitution saving throw.
Con save, yeah.
Ooh, good use.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
that's a success. Everyone takes anybody who failed takes 25 poison damage, half on a success, and the cloud remains in the area. You can see it beginning to start to travel down the path, but it stays where it is for the moment. If you are in that circle, you are. It is heavily obscured. You are blinded, essentially.
Got it. But it's half of 25 in this sense. When it's half and
12.
you say, okay, that's what I thought.
You round
Yeah,
down.
round down. Yeah, round down.
Thank you.
Okay. Incredible. You hear the sound of Rue begin cackling a bit. Oh, this is wonderful. So much fun we're all having. Keep them crates moving. We ain't done yet. As for you, turns towards you, Ragnarok, blade of force in his hand, begins moving, slicing, dicing. Oops, that is targeting everybody again. Oh, I deleted my roll, and not just the it hit people. I don't even know what the roll was. Okay, we're going again. Okay, this is good. So I don't know if the other one was better. Okay. I don't know. Do you have your reaction to do your tail thing right now?
I do not.
Okay. You see this blade of force swing at you, slams against your shield, deflects your tail away, and then you see his movement suddenly like shimmers a bit, and the blade is just inside you now. You take 27 points of force damage. You see, leaving the blade in, he pulls his hand back and then moves his arm to make another strike, and the blade is suddenly summoned into his hand, coming at you again. And you were able to deflect it easily and swiftly with your shield. Let me double check all the weird shit that he does. Yep, yep, that's the thing.
Ragnarok is just gonna say as it comes out of him and he's damn near dead. That's a nice sword. I think I'll keep it.
I love
Yeah. You like that, do you? As he swings it down, sure that he's to strike once more and put you down for good, you're able to just smack his hand out of the way and deflect his last attack on you. Rainier.
Okay, I'm gonna stumble forward. Remember how to grab my token again. Hold on. Where are you?
You want to make sure you have the little person selected on the left.
Yeah, I can't. Whenever I'm clicking it, it's not actually. Okay, I will have to
you-
refresh.
Okay, I could move you too if you need.
Okay, yeah, I'm stumbling forward to the wall, and then I'm following the wall until I am out of the mist. And the one that's north on map is the one who has cast the spell. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, great. I'm almost back in.
Yeah, I put you at your 30 foot of movement, which
Yeah,
puts you
perfect.
completely out of the circle.
Yeah, sweet. And we're almost in. There we go. Oh, interesting. I don't see myself having moved. Funky.
A little funky. You can try like maybe going like back to like the world map and then coming back in again.
Now it'll let me grab myself.
There you go.
Oh, did you?
No, I haven't touched you. I'm not moving you. Just starting your turn in the cloud causes the effect to trigger.
Okay.
So you'll need to make a con save at the start of the turn.
Okay. Did my token move just directly down to you?
Yes.
Did you see? Okay.
I do see that.
Okay. That is not what I told it to do.
That's okay. Those are both at 30 feet. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And then nice.
Ooh.
Sean, the damage was force, right?
Force. Yeah. Damage was force, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You have advantage against poison effects?
I have advantage against all spell effects.
Against spell effects. Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. You would take half the damage then. Half of 24/12.
Okay, owie.
Poison specific.
Mm-hmm. Okay, things are still working now. All right, just had to move things very slowly. All right, we'll just attack the one concentrating. That is this top. That the one I have targeted. Yeah.
The one on the top. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Single-minded something.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Oh
yes.
Hell yeah. It feels good, but they're gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
As a reaction, they cast silvery barbs.
Okay.
Oh.
Crit him again.
All you gotta do is just crit again.
Yeah, because those happen so often.
Okay, still hit them though.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a counter spell that's out.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
counterspell
one
that's
reaction
out.
down.
Yep.
Nice.
And I'll see if that like shakes their concentration before I target them twice.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it didn't tag them with concentration. That's why it didn't auto.
I think it tagged the other one.
It might have, but that also might be carrying a carryover from their wall of fire. I'm not sure. Right, because it is.
Well, I didn't think the single-minded had a reaction because they counterspelled me.
Yeah.
And I counterspelled them.
I'm sorry. It's actually the one to the south that casts. That's why they cast the poison cloud. Their
Oh.
ACs are the same, so like you're gonna
Mhm.
hit them.
Mhm.
But the other, so they're both without reaction currently because we've had a counter and a.
No, because they're on their turn they
Yeah,
cast
one of them.
cloud kill.
Okay.
So
Pop got
this
his
the one on the
reaction.
bottom that cast cloud kill that you're trying to target would have their reaction available because they haven't had any reason to use it yet, but they would do the same exact thing, right? That's their strategy. So the damage applies to them. Their spell usage clicks, and then I will undo the damage for that one and hit this one for 18.
Mhm.
Succeeds on their con save.
Okay, then I'll hit them again.
Okay.
We have Bardic Inspiration.
I don't think that's what I want to use it for.
I mean, Cloud Kill is an issue.
You know what?
can
You know what?
give you a regular inspiration. I have one of those.
Are you? Well, I don't want to use
I
that if
don't
you've only
want to
got
start in this. I don't want to start in this cloud.
Yeah,
kill,
I
so
super don't either.
Okay, all right. We'll
I will
throw that
give
out
you-
then.
I will give you that inspiration that I've got.
Okay. Oh, wrong button. Here we go.
I know that's
I'm
not.
hitting the wrong thing.
Wow.
Fucking. Okay, I'm going to use the Bardic. You're at a
Okay.
D8, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You just need a 3 or better.
There we go.
There you go.
Well
That
done.
hits.
Okay. Finally. Sorry, dudes.
That's
It
all.
has
And then I'm gonna-
disadvantage.
And then I'm gonna re-roll that 3.
Yes.
Oh, it's not the same
Sweet.
one.
Okay. How much damage total?
That's total 14.
14 total. Okay.
Mhm.
They
And-
failed on a 6.
Thanks,
Nice.
guys. Sorry about that.
Play of the
Sorry
game.
about not taking a bunch of poison damage. You're good. You're good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Sorry for using your dice.
Incredible.
Okay. And then bonus action. I'm going to bind this same one to the ground.
Ooh. Okay.
I need to make a strength save.
Strength save. Okay. I bet they're probably not very good at this.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm also
you-
going to amplify it so it will last for a full minute.
Okay. What's your DC?
15, I think. Yes.
Is it 15? It's based on your dex?
Int. It's been
Your
based on my
int.
int.
Okay. Well, they definitely fail. They
Sweet.
are rooted to the ground.
Ow! It's okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, so that one is chained to the ground by glowing irons. And I don't know, are they, how bloody are they at this point?
I mean, they're surprisingly they're still on their feet, for as much as like they've been detonated by fire, right? There was a reverberation, a crackling of like rocks tumbling a little bit, right? They don't look good, but they are still on their feet. That's for
All right.
sure. They look fucked up compared to the other one.
All right, well, that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Incredible. Ragnarok, as Rue is engaging with you, deflecting your attacks towards him, he brings the shield up against you for a moment and then looks at you, Rainier, and says, "Oh, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see you in action. See what you were really capable of. I'm impressed, but not that impressed." quickly moves his hand in your direction, and at the end of your turn begins incantating a spell at you.
I'm behind a
Can't-
wall. I can't
Can't do
help.
shit about that unless it's a roll to attack.
It is a roll to attack.
Sure, I don't have many of these. Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay.
Say minus. Do me dirty like that, you bitch.
-3.
3.
That's a miss.
All right.
That is a miss. As it suddenly Rue's eyes become covered and glared, and he screams out, and you see a ball of fire just detonate into the wall next to you.
I think I'm also going to amplify this one. That way until the end of their turn, they will have another d6 reduced to every one of their attacks.
Ooh, very cool.
Nice.
Okay. Remind me,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I will likely forget.
I'm whittling away my own HP pretty bad here, guys.
Okay, Ember.
So the bottom one is the bottom of the two mages is currently chained to the ground.
Mhm.
Rue is up there with Ragnarok, who I can see looks pretty rough. Rue will not shut the fuck up.
That honestly
Uh,
yeah, Billy. Somebody shut him in. Shut his mouth. Just hold the beaks closed.
Do I heal Ragnarok, or do I beacon of hope in hopes that Rue will not down Ragnarok before Zal goes? Beacon of hope is an
I think I'm
action.
going down regardless. Which is new for me. I don't know how I feel about this.
Welcome to the club.
What is Rue wearing? Like, is Rue wearing armor?
Rue has it's like darkened leathered armor, oiled to be kind of black, but it's not like full coverage, right? It's kind of like there's straps a bit that cover his chest, but like his body's so big that you need him. Like he wants to show his strength and his like blackened orcish skin, So he's not wearing like
Metal.
thick, heavy armor. No, definitely not metal. Yeah, he's
Definitely not metal.
You're
Okay.
definitely not metal. Yeah.
Okay, I will use a bonus action and a second level spell slot. The one that is restrained, I will toss my hammer into the air, as I have done many, 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 many times. And the one that is restrained, I will start off with, I can actually just target it.
Cool. I don't think they are restrained
I meant
as
one
the
that's held in
condition. Yeah, but
place.
they are locked down. Yeah.
Spiritual weapon.
Hell yeah. You killed your own spiritual weapon, you fool.
I love that. Every time it's summoned.
Every time it's summoned, it's just like, hello.
Ragnarok, buddy, hold on. I'm coming for you. But I will stop off. I will pull out bandages and poultices and all of that stuff. I will slap some. Okay, my target. I was apparently trying to heal the guy and not my buddy.
Oh my.
Noise.
For Rainier. And then I will actually keep moving. That was only 5 feet. 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't think I can bull rush this dude from from the ladder. So I will stay at the bottom of the ladder for now. I'm not trying to climb up yet.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Mhm.
What does he have going on? Right, Rainier. Yeah, he attacked. Rainier. Okay, cool. At the end of your turn, Amber.
I am shouting at him and calling him a loser as I am running up to these things. Such a whiny bitch. Oh, people didn't like me. Oh no. What must that be like? Oh no.
At the end of your turn, deflects, kind of boots Ragnarok back a few feet, holds up the shield to deflect the oncoming assault, looks down at you and says, "Oh, that's right. It is that simple, really. I just want to see everything here burn. Speaking of burning, child of the mountain. Shame what happened in that bakery, huh? I guess that's what happens when you play with fire." Ragnarok, he ducks down one of your slices with your claws and fang and teeth, puts a hand right up into your face, and you see energy just well up inside your vision. A -5, Jesus.
Against Ragnarok of all people.
I know, it's not good. It's not good. Please.
Is Ragnarok's
uh,
tail thing still going? How long does that fucking thing last?
It's still
I-
going, but I need my reaction, and I
Yeah,
already
it's on
used
one.
it.
It's on one attack. Yeah. Okay. It's a 25
Silvery
reduced to
barbs.
20.
Yes. No, you don't need it.
No, it's
You
good.
don't
Oh,
need
you
it.
don't need it.
Rainier to the rescue. Smashing his hand out of the way, the magic dissipates to no effect. Okay, Zol.
Bardic Inspiration, firm. And I'm gonna blow my 4th level spell. It's not the best spell, but it's the spell I got.
I love that.
Ooh.
Oh, what is that? I haven't seen that one. Oh yeah, I have. Yes.
I don't. Yeah, there's no.
There's-
Per the template.
Ice Storm is yeah, it's a rough one. It's a rough one to place and do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, well, it's really a fireball, but
Yeah, I think I will, because of the difficult terrain element to it, I will just place it square up in the middle of the room. Because it'll make it harder. It'll hit the golem, it'll hit the 2 of them, and it'll make it harder for the golem to move the cart.
sure.
Nice.
Nice. Holy shit, yeah,
Sick.
Will.
Oh,
Sick.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
spiritual weapon, make a saving
Spiritual
throw.
weapon. Get fucked, kid.
It fails.
still rolled a better deck save than you did to.
Hey. I made the deck save against the wall of fire, thank you.
Your spiritual weapon dies almost as much as Karen Jr.
Oh boy.
So one goes down.
One goes
yeah.
down. One is like
Yeah.
frozen in the ice cubes.
So yeah, that's circled there until is now just
End
difficult.
of your
terrain.
next turn.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
Incredible.
I will stay here.
Okay. I'm just curious. Is daylight's not concentration, right?
Well,
It doesn't look like it is.
it is not. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank God, because that is something I didn't think about, because it's a weapon throwing it out.
Yeah. The whole thing.
Well, we don't have to worry about it.
Don't have to worry about it. Okay. Incredible.
Thank you, DM.
Incredible. Okay. Zol, any other movements? Any other stuff?
Nope. Bardic to firm.
Bardic to firm. Okay.
So I've got 2 Bardics out, Ragnarok and firm.
Okay. Incredible. This person. Okay. Anything at the start of their turn they have to do?
No,
if they're in?
it's Ice Storm is okay. It's not. There's nothing beyond the damage. They
Initial
just have,
first damage and then the terrain
it's
effects.
just
on
difficult
top.
terrain. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Super cool. Okay. Yeah, I like them like skittering a bit. They look a little off balance for it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Let me
He's the one that's used a bunch of big guns.
Yeah.
let me see what's going on with a lot of this stuff. Okay. Hmm. No. I wish these two had been able to coordinate a little better and not have lost. I wish that they hadn't lost so many of their concentrations. Okay. I mean, they just have to be dangerous is really the key thing here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. They will begin to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm. For flavor, he's not doing it. He's going to pop prestidigitation. I know it's not an actual thing, but make it. He'll just like look at him straight in the eyes and make the little effects for prestidigitation, and act like it missed or it misspelled to give them like the hope. Oh my God, he's out of spells.
Yeah. Okay. For a moment, you see their like resolve falter for a moment, and then they follow through with a yell of rage. And another poisonous gas cloud fills the space, blocking vision for Furman's all through, and then for everyone caught within.
Oh my.
Oh, huge.
Jesus.
Oh.
I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Okay. Okay. DC is 16.
Damn it.
Those that fail, it's 26 poison damage. Those that succeed, half of which before your resistance. You see them actually shout up. First they yell at the flesh golem. Grab the other cart. We have to move. Rue, let's go. They begin making an attempt to move. Do they have to like? Do they slip, or it's
No,
just difficult?
Yeah, it's just difficult.
Okay.
The spell isn't one of those. There's another spell that does that, and it's not this one.
Okay, very good. They're gonna walk, and then they look at the 5-foot thing of stone and be like, "Oh, "Come on!" And they begin like looking like they're trying to move around it. Okay. At the end of their turn, Ragnarok, you see Rue look at you, sword of force spinning in their hand. They lock eyes with you and they say, "You think she'd be proud of what you are right now? Watching down, looking upon you as you fail, just like she did." They swing their sword towards you.
Minus 5.
A 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Is that with the -5 or no?
It's with the -5.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't see the silvery barbs, correct?
Cannot see the the cloud kill is an opaque. It's heavily obscured.
Yep.
You see the sword flash, the anger of his words filling your mind, and then you feel the blade pierce into your stomach. And he drives it further in, coming right up to your ear, and you hear him say, "Like this sword, do ya? Here, you can keep it." Pulls his hand away as you look down, the sword in you. 26 damage.
Yep. Down.
Collapse to the ground, the sword of force stuck deep into your belly. The flesh golem moves.
Question, because this is dumb.
Uh-huh.
I don't know these things. What is this intelligence? Is it stupid?
Roll a nature check for me.
I also want to point out that it's now checking my turn, so I should be making a death save.
You should be making a death save. Yeah, top of your turn. Yeah.
Would you walk me through that, please?
Yeah. Did you mark yourself as dead?
I mark myself as 0.
Oh, a 0. Okay, yeah. Sorry, because it skipped you. Because the turn counter thinks that you're dead right now.
Is there a button, or should I just roll a d20?
From your on the death screen. Let's see here. Oh, click the skull in the center of your guy and your picture icon, and it'll say death.
Hey.
Okay,
Nice.
1 success. On a 19, yeah, the undead are not known to be smart. Some are exceedingly intelligent, but most undead aren't really smart. Usually, the bigger they are, the dumber they are, and that's true about a lot of things.
Yeah. So I'm asking because the one single-minded person, yes, single-minded is still flavor blasted. So if this thing's dumb enough, would it, instead of going for mission, try to just eat the flesh?
Not unless it had any like reason or impetus to do that, right? I mean, like for all intent, like this is a death cult. It stands to reason that dead can be around them, but there are ways to manipulate the dead and all sorts of different things. I'll tell you, on a 19, this creature kind of specifically, if they get hurt enough, they kind of go. If they get hurt enough, there's a chance for them to go berserk.
Well, I was asking because flavor blasted at the bottom says if they have an intel of 3 or lower, they can't distinguish between people, so they'll just go for it.
It has a higher intelligence than 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And understood.
No, thank you for reminding, because if that was correct, I want to make sure I adhere to that.
Also, I looked something up about Cloud Kill. It does stipulate, like, on cast, you take damage on your turn when you start.
Oh, on your turn when you start.
It's one of the few that has an or in it, and the or means that it either takes damage the first time you enter into it or on the start of your turn. Generally, that means that it's the start of your turn because you can't avoid not being in it, right?
But enters a spell on the first time. Yeah. No, you're right, because I'm just like treating it like a fireball, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm reading the text. Okay, when the creature enters the spell's area for the first time, or on a turn, or starts the turn. Okay, yeah. So the damage is on turn start.
It's one of the few that has the or, which means it doesn't double. Because it's like Moonbeam in that way, which is similar.
Yeah.
Which would mean everyone who wasn't able to walk out of the first cloud before it fell wouldn't have taken any damage.
Would not have taken any damage, which thankfully we should be able to scroll up and see how much the damage
Yeah,
was.
for
we also
a couple
shouldn't
of
have
us
taken damage from this one.
From this one as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is gonna matter.
Yeah.
Which is gonna matter a big deal in a couple of turns.
Yeah, That's a huge. That's basically all the damage I've taken has been.
I mean,
All
if it gets to
before.
your turn, you'll still take it, but
Yeah, it's a question of whether I can take it or whether I just die in the cloud kill.
Right.
yeah.
Right now I'm sitting at 7 hit points, which I'm pretty sure even if I pass the save, I'd go unconscious.
Yeah. So I think knowing that, we go back to the first cloud kill. I think the only person then affected by it then would have been Rainier, because you started your turn and then caused the cloud kill to fall.
Right.
So your damage from it stays.
I believe it was 24, if I recall correctly.
The initial cloud
25.
kill, is 25 damage.
So I would get 12 back.
Yeah,
let's say.
my rule
Zal
was
passed, Rainier passed the initial one, Firm initially failed, then passed, and then Ember passed. So that would have been, 12 damage
Yes.
to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so that's a
be
12
clear,
heal
in
to
this-
everyone.
in this case, my rule lowering was mostly for the double tap, not necessarily for this part. Because I was like, oh no, the double tap will just straight up kill everybody on the field right now.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And that's my fault for, I'm not reading the spell. I'm not reading what the spell does. Happy to fix the thing. So everybody would have healed 12, and then Rainier would have taken still their damage from it, so there's no change there. And then there's the change from this initial cloud kill, which was nope, not that one.
24.
26 damage on this
So we-
most recent one,
Um,
which Rainier failed, so you would heal the 26 initially. Cal
Sean,
pass.
I succeeded, but I'm gonna start the turn in the cloud kill. Can I just leave it?
Well, you make if you want to leave it, if you want to leave your save,
I mean, there's
be able
there's
to
a 0% chance I'm not starting in the cloud kill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to keep that save that I made.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, and then Ember made theirs as well.
Yeah.
If you guys would like to keep those saves, we already made the intentional rolls for it, right? So that's that's fine with me if you want. Then it's up to Rainier if you want to. I guess if you want to roll again, I'd be fine with that too, right?
Oh, that's. I've just got my fingers crossed in case something happens.
In case something happens. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you, Cody. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, the flesh golem, all on their turn, all they can do is make it to try to grab the next cart. And then it is Hal's turn.
Okay. Is it reasonable for me to know, like, which direction the caster was in, and so I'm going to head in that direction, hoping that gets me out of the cloud? Does that make sense? Am I actually speaking?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You are.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on mute. Yes, that makes sense. You would because you're blinded. All you can do is you're guessing at your direction, right? But you have an idea of kind of where you are. But you can head east essentially or south and know that you can get out of it. You are in it currently.
Yeah. Well, I just moved 5 feet. Now I'm in difficult terrain.
Icy. Yeah, you moved into icy
Right.
terrain
It's
now.
a bit
right?
icy.
Yeah. Which would be so it's 5 feet, and then it's now
It's
add
15
10.
feet.
You're at 15 feet total.
15 feet total. So I am going to
Also, is minor illusion concentration?
it's not. It just lasts.
Okay.
I am going to Eldritch Blast the spellcaster, and just an FYI, I can't find Agonizing Blast on my sheet, although I have it. So, assuming I hit at some point, we'll look at the damage and
We'll see if there's the plus on it.
make that determination.
20 hits.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yes.
There it is.
There's the +4.
Yeah,
Yep.
great.
Succeeds their con save.
Did they get
Silvery
disadvantage?
barbs. Can I silvery barbs a concentration check?
What does Silver Barb says? It's your spell. What does it say?
It's. I think it needs a ruling. It's not really clear. It's just when someone makes a D20.
Before that, did they do a disadvantage on it?
Do they need to be doing a disadvantage for any
She got
reason?
flavor blasted a while back.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, they'll roll at disadvantage onto it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Flavor Blast caused
Imagine the track
concentration disadvantage.
must roll the D20. Hold on, because I don't know if this is truncating the language or not. Sometimes it feels that way.
Right,
And
gotcha.
sometimes that's just the way they write
It's not a
their
well-written
spells.
spell.
You know, that's just the way they do.
Yeah.
Silvery.
One reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw.
Oh, so no.
Succeeds. Okay. Well. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. The trigger is when you see someone succeed on attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Great. So I'll just fire off the next Eldritch
Okay,
Blast.
well, hang on. We're still resolving because they have their flavor blasted, right?
Okay.
Okay.
A concentration check is just a Constitution saving throw, correct?
Yes.
It's a Constitution saving throw, yeah. But they're at disadvantage, which this thing doesn't know. Doesn't know that. Okay, they do succeed, so your silvery barbs does affect them.
Okay.
So they roll once more. The damage threshold they need to beat is 10. They do succeed.
Okay. I will give myself the advantage from that.
Okay.
Yes.
That is, your dice always throw me off.
Jesus.
Oh.
They do succeed on their saving throw, but they are
Okay.
disadvantage. Roll again. That is a failure.
Flavor blast.
Flavor blasted.
Any excuse to continue to say flavor blast in the context of a tense D&D fight.
You hear her scream out, "No!"
How is she looking?
Not great. I mean, not very good. That's for sure.
All right. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points and quicken a spell, and I'm going to send 2 more Eldritch Blasts your way.
Okay.
Oh, that was a great use of it. Let's try the next one.
Oh.
Awesome. Fuck him up.
Yo,
Whoa.
it's big damage. They're barely holding on.
All right, that's what I got.
Okay, incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. Firm.
Firm's like peeking around the corner. He just has a big grin on his face, staring at the red hooded chick, and he is going to, for once, cast Jim's magic missile, and I will cast it at 2nd level and have the other 3. Wait, let me double check. You can. I have to make sure. Do I have to see them? Yes. Okay.
You definitely have to see that.
I will move right here. And I will cast Jim's magic missile at 2nd level, and 2 towards the robe chick. Is it all at once or 1 at a time? Because I have 4. I've never used it before.
It's
Make a ranged attack for each missile, so it's separate attacks for each missile, right?
Got it. Let's see.
Yeah,
First
you're targeting that. Now, I will say
I have to use
you're
roll every time.
So you moved closer in order to make different targets, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because you move closer, she will counterspell as you move within range of her.
Yes. And I will counterspell her back.
Okay. I will need you to roll for your counterspell.
Ooh. Ooh. Does that count for Bardic Inspiration? Can I throw that one on that?
It does,
It
but
wouldn't
I
matter.
don't. Yeah, even
Okay.
with a D8, I can get you to a second level spell. Which
Yes, that is a second level.
With the max out at 8, it'll only bring you to a 12, which would
Yeah.
only counter a second level spell, and it's at least a third. Yeah.
Got it.
Weird math that we're doing behind the curtain.
Yeah, we're behind the yeah. Again, she doesn't know what you are doing. And she casts at the highest level that she can right now, which is 4th. So the DC is 14 on your counterspell. So with the Bardic, wouldn't be able to reach it. Knowing again, like this person is like they're waiting for you, and move to unravel your magic.
Well, I use that. I don't got to spend gold for it, so I'm okay.
You don't do that. Okay, cool. Okay. Any other movements or bonus actions?
I don't think I have any bonus. Nope. No bonus action.
Okay.
Can't throw a fork, so.
Can't throw a fork.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Rue. When does the ice thing go away, by the way?
end of my turn.
End of your upcoming turn. Okay, cool. Okay. Rue standing there, gestures towards the body of Ragnarok. I told you, you didn't want this fight. And now look what's happened. Look what you've done to your friend.
Do you need a throat lozenge?
No, but you might.
Ooh.
Calawoon axe. You see, grabs hold of the railing on the top and then leaps into the air. He leaps and kind of like his movement is less like he's like diving. I mean, he is diving towards you, but it's like the smoke that surrounds him just like pours through the air, kind of like in Harry Potter, right? A little bit of that kind of movement as he appears 15 feet down this way, rushes towards you, Cal, and then swings his arm out, and you see the blade disappear from Ragnarok's body and then come rushing towards you.
I'll use the blood curse of the eyeless again.
Okay.
Nice.
And I am going to amplify it, so it's a -6 to this attack, and then I'll take my own damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And let me just double check something here. Oh, okay, cool. He actually can attack you from here. Swings the blade, and you see its energy just kind of like send itself through the air towards you. Okay, -6. Okay, Cal, this still looks like it's going to hit you.
Yep.
Okay.
I used my silvery barbs already, so.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I wanted to make sure you had an opportunity to
I appreciate
shield
that.
or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Blade slices out. 19 force damage.
All right, Cal is down.
Quickly spins around, like he leans back and brings the blade over his head, and the energy swipes out towards you, Rainier.
All right, so -2 to hit.
Okay. It's a nat 20. That's going to be 27 force damage to you.
Okay.
You see he steps down. Oh, no, the ice is still there. Steps down here, swings again once more as a bonus action at you, Rainier.
Is summoning his weapon not a bonus action?
It is not.
All right, -1.
Okay. That's going to hit you for 20 force damage.
All right, and I'm down.
Opens his hands, kind of twirls around. Oh, you know the thing they always say is never meet your heroes. And he looks down at you, Rainier, as your consciousness is flitting out. He kneels close to you. They always disappoint, don't they? What about you, magic boy? What do you got left in the tank?
He double taps his chest like, bring it.
That is the end of his turn. Amber.
Oh boy. Three people. What? Okay. Make it. Can I see Ragnarok from where I am?
I'm just imagining looking up. It's only like 10 to 15 feet.
Actually,
Roll a perception check. The DC is not terribly high, but I
I'm
think
actually
you
just
have
going to climb up because I can't reach where I wanted to go anyway.
Okay, yeah.
So I will climb up here. And I will, since I still have the healing supplies in hand, start applying those to Ragnarok. Apparently, I need to swap. Somewhere in here, healing kit. There we go. How many of those do I have left? My healer's kit has run out of charges. I have. Which one is quantity? I had 4 of these things.
Yeah, I know you had a lot of them.
So I will refill its charges and then. There we go. Okay, here we go. Missed my button. Oh, God. I will find the right button, I swear to God. Here we go.
You're okay, man.
Ooh.
Hey,
I got Ragnarok. Wake up. Get 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 up.
He'll
Need
feel
you
around
going, buddy.
his chest and say, "He took the sword, didn't he?"
Yeah, I'm sure it didn't feel good. Didn't feel good, but you're back. You're back here. Hey, Cal, wake up, buddy. I will healing word Cal at 3rd level. Book. Wait, target Cal. Healing word. Cast the spell at 3rd level. Cast spell. Normal.
Nice.
Oh, I need an abdomen lozenge.
How high was that climb? How much movement did that take?
I'm saying like between 10 and 15. Let's just say 10.
Okay, then I can climb back down. Whoop. And that will be it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you see Rue look around Yeah. I guess they are safe as long as they have you around. Problem to solve another time, I think.
I
Looks
bang
at
my hand against my shield.
looks at the mage and says, "Keep him occupied. I think it's time we leave." You see the shadows coalesce around him as he and then appears on top of the one cart, and you see him reaching his hand out, and he has a hold of the mechanism that sends the elevator.
Is this any form of like shadow step or anything?
It is not a shadow step.
It's not a spell.
It is not a spell. Yeah, it is not an actual spell effect. No. Yeah, it's not like a monk's shadow step. If that's if that's kind of what you mean. Because does daylight have a thing where it says you cannot shadow step?
Well, it's just that it's bright light, so any movement that would be contingent on only
On a
being
shadow
able
to
to
yeah, he's not
Yeah.
moving from shadow to shadow. Yeah. No, but good call. Very good call. Okay, Zal, your turn.
I'm going to move forward. Let's see, I could get to. Yeah, I'll get to here. I will. I know they're trying to run, right? And
I mean,
that wizard
you
there,
heard that.
this guy here
I-
looked super hurt,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, I will try to firebolt him.
Okay. Pew, pew. Pew, pew.
I didn't realize I just instinctively unmuted. I'm sorry.
Okay. They begin like screaming as fire is on them.
Okay. I will give a bardic inspiration to Ragnarok.
I think I already have one. Can I have two? Does it stack?
No. Then I'll give it to Cal. Yeah, Cal. And that'll be my turn. So
Okay.
Ragnarok, Firm, and Cal all have one.
Okay. Incredible.
The ice is gone now.
Ice is gone. Okay.
End of my turn.
Okay. Very cool. Oh boy. Let's see. Not a whole lot. Oops. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. Okay. End of your turn. Oh, it's this person's turn. Okay. Cool. Okay. Their last act, I'm sure. Okay. They go. I'm sorry. They go to cast a spell.
Stop, Firm.
I think he already used his counter spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When?
Ooh, during his turn. He failed.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. desperate. You hear them chanting out desperately, as a wall of fire strips itself, runs across. It ends. It can't reach you, Ragnarok, because it's
Oh,
not.
thank God.
Yeah, it's not tall enough. But it can reach Cal and Ember. The hot part pointing towards the rest of the group. Cool. The damage is 28 fire damage for those who failed. Those who succeed, 14.
Oh, I do have one proposal, Sean. This is up
Okay.
to you. I don't have a spell slot, but I do have the free cast of food and water. If you can trade that out for a spell slot.
You cannot, but
I know I
that
can't.
is very
Why I
out
was
of the box thinking. What do you say about a bunch of food and water? I do love that. Incredible. Okay. Cast the wall of fire. Looks towards Rue. Um, she will. Okay. Hops over the wall of stone using her movement.
I would like to point out, looks like an idiot when she tries to hop over the wall of stone.
Absolutely.
Because as she
Absolutely.
tries to brace herself, just falls right to the ground.
Absolutely. Kurt, like after she moves over and like falls through bits of it, she like looks down like, "You fucking kidding me?" It's fifth season bullshit. Object interact, throws the elevator. Elevator begins moving down. There is a roof to the elevator, much like there's a roof to this cave that we do not see. Okay. Ragnarok.
Great question. Because he's not dumb, so I don't think he'd go on his own.
You're also prone.
Yeah, but I have a shit ton of movement, and
Yeah.
if I rage, I get basically all my movement back. Mm. Um, how far down are they specifically?
This elevator moves pretty quickly. It also doesn't have a lot of weight to it. They're about 20 feet like down already.
Okay, I don't have that movement.
You can always fall.
Oh
Jump.
yeah.
Yeah.
That should work out great for me in my 11, 16, 12 health. There it is.
Some of us are jealous
You'd
of
live.
the 12 health.
Yeah, you'd live.
Yeah, you'd likely live.
Okay. Ah, fuck. So, which way is the fire facing?
The fire facing is like towards Firm. That's the hot side.
Okay, so if I like came here, wouldn't hurt me, right?
Where your cursor is? No, it
Yeah.
would not hurt you, but you also like can't see inside the wall, right? Like you are currently
Oh,
blind where you are.
so I wouldn't be able to see Cal there. Although I was awake and I did see him there when it went up.
I'd have you make a perception check, right?
Okay.
To see like, hey, is he still in this thing?
Yep. Hey,
Yeah, you can see that Cal's body is in the flames.
cool. In that case, I will move using my climbing so I don't have to jump. So that's I'm sorry, I stood up. That's 45 feet of movement. And then 15 plus an additional 10 to climb down.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
verifying.
Yeah, sorry, 10. Yeah, additional 10. Yep.
So I am now going to bonus action rage so I can get that instinctive pounce. And then I'll run up here. That's another 20. So I think I have at least hold on. So I did 25 plus 20 is 45. So yeah, I still have plenty of movement to move Cal out of this. I'll move him back here, so he should be right there.
Yeah. You are going to get singed for like reaching into a wall of fire, right? Like being next to it is not burning you. But like reaching your hand in is going to singe you a bit. I'm not going to say it's situationally, I'm not going to say it's as bad as like fully walking through it, right? Because you're just kind of reaching your arms in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, I'll try. Do I need to make a deck save?
Yeah, make a dex save, please. You can see the danger.
Yep. Come on, for once in your... God damn it. We don't have an inspiration?
I mean,
Yeah, use one of mine, please.
Okay, cool.
Don't you have Bardic?
you also have
Yeah,
Oh, I have
Bardic.
Bardic. Well, yeah, it's pretty low, so I'll take that regular inspiration first, and then I'll add to it. Okay, so I'll add it to the 9.
Karen, do you smell burning hair?
You see, you and Kieran are on a beach right now with Mai Tais. He's
Oh,
like,
thank God.
oh.
yeah,
That'll do.
17.
Okay, you take 10 points of fire damage.
Oh, thank God. All right, cool. 7. All right, and then I'd like to move Cal right here.
Okay, Cal is moved right there. Excellent. Anything else?
That didn't take my action, did it?
Yeah, to grab him from a wall of fire, for sure, for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, then I'll stop there.
Okay. Okay, the flesh golem. Cool. They grab this cart and begin moving the cart.
But the thing is already starting to move down, right?
It sure is.
And it has a roof.
It sure does.
So this poor boy's just gonna go push it off the ledge.
We'll find out when he gets to the end and then looks to see where he can move the thing. He's dragged it. He actually can on. Yeah, he can. He's moving it. Yeah, because he started next to it. Yeah. He gets to the end.
It just throws it over.
He's dashing to do this, but he can only just bring it.
What is
Actually,
his reaction to the wall?
actually, I'm sorry. He stops and sees the wall is there. Sorry, he sees the wall is there. It's a bit of a tricky movement here. He sees the wall, and oh yeah, he can't move the cart because it's on a rail. Yeah, he stands there looking at the cart and looking at the wall, and that's the end of his turn. Okay, firm.
Yeah, you need a death save from me, I assume.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, death save from you, Cal.
Okay.
Uh,
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Oh,
That's 2 fails. Okay, firm.
Love those dice.
those dice are fucking.
Those dice are great.
Yeah.
Just
Well, that-
visually, I know Firm can't see it, but are the chains that connect the elevator, are they visual to everybody who is able to?
As
Or
the
the-
elevator is going down, I imagine like it's kind of like. Actually, I'm sorry. I was gonna say the walling that you see like here was like a meshing, but I didn't have Rue attack through it because I decided it was solid. Otherwise, he would have started blasting you all from the elevator.
Okay.
But this stuff over here, is this visible? The like metal bits over here?
Yeah, like is that hidden technically, or
I'd say from your frame of reference, it is hidden. But were you to move, to an angle where you could see it, then yes.
all right?
Wait. Okay. Sorry, I'm rethinking what I was thinking. The box The box of the elevator is supposed to be solid, otherwise the Rue would have shot through you. But there's
Okay.
no reason why they would have built an entire solid framework for it to go into, because that's excess material. I'd say from your vantage point, then, Firm, you do see these gear mechanisms like moving.
Is this? How far is this? God.
Get up in it.
Yeah, it's just hoping that this works. Okay.
The hot end is on the other side, so that's
No, the hot end's on
No,
your
the hot
side.
end
Yeah,
is
the hot end your
facing
side.
Yeah,
Firm.
it's on my side.
well.
All right. Well, so where's the edge of it? Like the edge of the chains? 25 or right here? Because this point I'm pinging now is 25 feet from where I'm at.
This is in the elevator, right? It's in the elevator box, so
Yeah.
that you do not see anymore.
But they went down.
They
I'm
go
looking at
down.
the mechanism right now.
Right, so you'd be looking at that portion of the mechanism of it.
Okay. Hopefully, maybe I was going to use shape water to freeze the mechanism so the chain stopped moving.
Okay, interesting. Shape water as a cantrip. That
Yeah.
cantrip, this is not doused and submerged in water. Like that will not freeze it.
Okay. Well, then if you allow it, I will
Do
go
you
use
have-
your. Huh?
Do you have a free levitate?
Yes.
Can you target the elevator?
Ooh.
Is it touch?
Yes. No. It's 60 feet. One creature or object of your choice that you can see within range rises up vertically 20 feet and remains suspended. I do have that. Yes, I do. You know what?
Get up to 500 pounds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
You could
Depending on
also-
how heavy that mineral is, that may not.
It's yeah.
One
Maybe.
creature or loose object. The elevator is most certainly not a loose object.
Okay.
Were it to be in free fall, maybe it's a loose object. If it's severed from something, I don't know. But
On the other hand, if it were in free fall, I'm pretty sure we would be like, nah, let it fall.
let
it
it
go.
fall. Yeah,
Which-
yeah.
Firm will take the smart option, and instead he will use Cure Hands on Rainier.
Oh shit!
Cure Wounds. Sorry.
I like Cure Hands better, to be honest.
Your hands is good.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Cure Hands is pretty good.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any more. Wait, maybe? Real quick. How heavy would you say? Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not losing my shield. Never mind. I was going to say if I made it into a wall and I dropped it as it was becoming a wall, if it would be heavy enough to break through the ceiling.
Your shield?
Yes, but I'm not doing that. That was
okay.
just my initial thought.
Yeah.
I mean, huh?
Okay. Anything else from you?
Nope, that is it.
Okay. I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you are within the fire range of this wall. $16. The DC is 16.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Uh, 29 reduced to half.
Which is 14, then half, which is 7.
There
Yeah.
you go. Not so bad. Okay, it's Rue. You can just barely hear Rue's scratchy voice going, "Can this fucking thing move any faster?" And they seem to be kind of bickering a little bit on the elevator. That is their go, Rainier.
Okay, I am going to stand. And then let's see. So the metalwork is just over here, right?
Where your cursor is?
Here.
Yeah.
Mechanisms.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I have some thoughts, but I don't know how good they are. Don't
I love
think
this.
don't think now is the time for this. Okay, yeah, I don't think that I've got anything that I can help with at the moment, so my action will be to dodge, I guess.
Okay. You can currently feel the heat of the flame wall.
Oh, this is okay. Then. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Moving back, does it cool?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes, it does.
that'll. I think that has to be it for me.
Okay. Miss Ember Prime.
Oh boy.
I
Let me
love
get out of
this.
this wall to begin with. Oh wait, I'm fire. 15. I don't want to get next to the golem, but I need to be next to Cal. Oh boy. Do I have any idea? Like, this is not part of the normal mine or anything like that. This is something that has been built on, correct? So I have no idea how deep this shaft would be that they're descending.
Correct. Make a I guess your choice. History or nature with advantage.
Don't tell anybody, but I am actually a little bit of a nerd.
Okay, on a 23.
I'm actually
Okay.
trained in history.
I'm actually trained in history. This for sure is not a normal part of the mines. They'd have no reason to be digging like under the city like this. And like this is not brand new as well. Portions of it look like they've been like repaired and brought like newer, like new stuff is here, but like age wise, this has got to be maybe 50 to 100 years old in general. Like there's all this dig out space, but there are portions that are very clearly new. Much newer stuff is looking to the east. You can see like thanks to the gigantic light emanating here. There's much newer stuff, and there's also like a ladder at the very far east going like upwards into something. The elevator mechanism. This all looks quite new. You're not near the normal mine, but I mean your ancestors have been digging holes in the ground for who knows how long. Like there are like if with a nat 20, like Maras is literally on a network of mine shafts, right? And there's the normal mine, but they have to go so far out, further and further every year to find more and more and more. So there could be mine shafts that actually run this far out. How far down they are? Even with the nat 20, you don't know specifically because you're not familiar with this area, but you'd say like at minimum, probably 100 feet at minimum.
I will. Oh boy. I will, with my free hand, hold out a potion of healing to Ragnarok and say, "I need you to give this to Cal." I would like to then use a second level spell slot to cast Heat Metal on the chains to the elevator.
Okay.
I
Populate
don't.
heat metal for
Yeah.
me.
I don't know why it's. My fault. Here we go. Heat Metal. Close. Casting the second level slot. You can ignore the dice. That's healing word, game. Come on. Here we go. Info. There we go. Boom.
Okay. Certainly a manufactured metal object. Okay. The chains begin heating and heating. You can tell this will have an effect, but it doesn't immediately break it. Right now, the chains are just very, very hot as they are moving. But were this to continue, this or like other things start happening, this could cause mechanical malfunction for sure.
Definitely the hope. And I will mark off the healing potion that I have in my inventory.
Okay, cool. Any other movements or anything else?
Nope, that will be it.
Okay, Zol.
So hilariously, I've had an idea since my turn. Zal can't see what's going on that side of the fire. I will walk forward. I just know that I'll walk at an angle like that. I know that they're descending last I saw. When I poked my head forward earlier, seeing the thing, I'm casting I don't know that it's currently heat metalled, but I'm casting lightning bolt straight in front of me, like into the wall through the main pulley mechanism and like through the chains past it.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go. The lightning bolt. Okay, each creature in a line. Oh, okay.
It's hot enough to ignite flammable things.
Right. Portion. Okay, go and roll your damage.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes.
You
Oh my
jeez.
god.
Jesus.
Okay.
Come up.
There is I will say because of heat metal, right? Because of heat metal, you hear like there is a screeching noise. You see smoke begin to emanate from the mechanisms here. A acrid smell begins filling into the chambers you're in. You see for a moment like the whole mechanism grinds to a stop. You hear shouts from below. You hear another screeching noise, and then the sound of a ping as a hyperheated chain link pops, and then it starts rolling very, very quickly. And the elevator you see that is only about maybe 25 feet now is going to move on her turn again. Just begins plummeting down.
Yeah, Zal is like cackling wildly, like dancing from one foot to the other, and screams out, "Wish granted!"
Oh my god.
I'm making that do bardic inspiration to, I don't know, fucking Ember over there, like. Yeah, that's action bonus. I'm staying next to the fire. Look, the energy is
very, very good. Okay. Okay, make a DC 16 dex DC 16 dex save. Okay.
Oh my god, she died.
Well, that's. I think she's being lightnified.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Look, don't worry. I got a ring of fire resistance for just such a time as this.
Yeah, let me
It's
heal
okay.
you from your own
That
lightning
is right.
damage.
You get that one.
Worth it.
Okay. Okay, it's DC 16. You take 28 fire damage.
Yeah. Ring of fire resistance.
There you go. There is a loud crash and cacophony. You hear a female voice scream in pain, and then it is quickly snuffed out.
Oh my god.
Smoke begins like pouring up through the mine shaft. Not smoke, but like rock debris and dust of something impacting heavily begins just shooting up in here.
Wait,
The
so
wall
I
of
don't take
fire.
Yeah.
The wall of fire dissipates. You take it because you like these things happen, right?
Yeah, I stood right next to it.
Yeah, you stood right next to it, and then the consequences of everything. But the wall of fire dissipates. You all see that just snuff right out.
Got her.
Yes.
I will ask you this. I'm assuming you're going to slaughter this flesh golem.
I mean,
The lot of you, right?
it's just stuck right now, right? Like it's trying to execute a command forever.
Yeah, it's unsure of what to do because there's a wall blocking, and it's trying to move the things on rails, right?
I think someone could throw it down the mine shaft.
Right, you all will kill this thing. The
Excellent.
question is, will you head down the shaft to pursue?
Firm is going to go out to the group, save Cal, jump down the shaft. We got it, and he's gonna just basically tell him he's got feather fall, so we could just all just free fall or free dive.
I don't think we should follow. To be honest.
Yeah, people are messed up. We need to heal up before we do anything.
He doesn't like that guy.
Yeah, no, he sucks, but
I don't like him either, but Ragnarok's
You
messed
can't
up.
take him on your own.
Rainier's messed up. Cal's pretty messed up. I'm assuming Ragnarok will give the healing potion before Cal's turn.
I was actually planning to give him a greater, but since you handed me that one, I'm gonna use that one.
Okay, not immediately jumping after. You all come out of combat.
Let me roll the healing.
Nice.
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 The other thing I wanted to ask Sean,
Mhm.
the shoot, the ore,
Mhm.
the manolin. There we go.
Yeah.
How well known is this material? Like, what all do I know about it other than it is used for powering the Praetor suits?
I mean, you did not know of its existence until getting to know,
That's
like,
right.
right?
Good point. Okay.
Yeah. So the number of people that are aware of its existence very, very small. Very small. Probably just upper echelons. It was revealed that your mother is aware of it because she's been tasked with like finding it in the mine, but they still made further explorations knowing like there's no way we're going to find enough that we want.
Okay.
Yeah, so very few people. So you were dead.
All right. Come here, Cal. You haven't been hit with this yet today.
We wouldn't have any understanding of perhaps the hardness of this stone. Meaning to say, if it just got, like a barrel of it just got dropped 80 some feet.
Oh wow, thanks.
We don't know how salvageable that necessarily might be, but that. I mean, at least he didn't get all that he wanted, so there is that.
I got 1 instead of 3. I'll take it.
Just for your note,
can't imagine that cart is still on rails on the elevator after
after that drop. I don't think there's an elevator
good
much
luck
anymore.
pushing that.
I was gonna say some of the like wooden slats here where the fireball has been ignited. They are on fire. There is fire that is spreading on that top portion from the corners. It is slowly beginning to fill and spread. There is smoke slowly filling this area.
Hey, this might sound stupid, but what Manolin remains, we should get that out of here, I think.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how. This isn't an official part of the mine, so I guess we can try to carry it out.
Does this track still lead up to where
that track leads back through the door that poisoned you, and then the tracks stop and quite a ways away from where the merchant shop was. So this will not railroad you all the way to the merchant shop.
Okay. Never mind. We could remove this from a point from which you had access. That would be convenient, but I think.
Honestly, I'm kind of curious how they found this much down here. This isn't very deep. We're right under Maras. 3 cartloads. This seems like a lot.
Sean, were the mages humanoid? Were they dwarven?
These mages, like looking at them, they have little coverings over their face you can pull down and look. They are humans. They're humans.
Is there anything else on their persons, or I guess the one that we have, that stands out?
I mean, they have a component pouch they're using to cast magic from for things that need that. There's no wild ingredients they have. They do have you notice there's they have a coin purse on them. They do have some money. They have a wand, which seem to be their focus, right? One of them, the one, I think somebody's standing on them, but it doesn't really matter. One of them has, you see, has a larger pouch on their side as you turn them over, and in this pouch is a crystal orb, like 2 hands, kind of fit, barely fit around it, really finely made crystal.
We should take that.
Oh, on that same one, you find there are small snippets of hair, some fabric, a few scales, some maybe fur.
I'll collect all of that and throw it into the fire that we have over here.
Sure.
If looking at it by hair colors, can we determine who's had something taken off of them?
Make a investigation check. 18, quite good. Some of it's a little tough to gauge precisely, colorations being what it is, but you're looking at it, and it's not like large chunks. It's small, very, very small things. There's scales that clearly look like they match the coloration of cow. Some of the tufts of fur seem to match Ragnarok's. Some of the hair is a grayish tone from time to time, kind of like yours.
I
Has
have
there
one idea.
has there been a time where we've had someone that we've ever known to be that close to us? Or is there like I remember a weird thing with blood with vampire guy. But
I mean, there's blood with the devil,
right.
right? I mean, a lot of people have been like close to you all. I mean, you can't thinking about it. You don't recall a time where someone has been like, where you felt like the pull of like someone taking hair or doing something like that. But make a insight check.
I'll throw it out to the group and ask if anyone else remembers
I'll give it a
someone.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody else looking at this, and it's like they've explained, and you start to see like, oh shit, this is like pieces of us.
I remember plenty of times people were that close to me.
Oh my god.
Ember, what makes the most sense with your 19? You all sleep
Yeah.
together in small spaces often, and have spent a long time doing that at Rainier's place, which was left unattended for a long time.
Actually, is there any samples that look like they could be Zal's fur?
No.
Okay. So that establishes a timeline.
Yeah, none for Zol, none for Fern.
Yeah, boy. That's a good timeline. Oh, this is dumb, but I really want to do it as a person. Firm is going to peek over the edge and see if he sees like smoke and rubble, whatnot. But see if he sees like the elevator crashed. He knows it goes really far down. It's dark. Got it.
Yeah, it's beyond your vision to know.
Daylight, 120 feet.
Down.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't think it would cut down that far at an angle, right? Like it's
Probably not,
shooting.
but like there's like that's a significant range that might help.
Yeah, I'm thinking like because it's like
the nature of light is such that it will go down a ways, but because daylight is like a fixed central. Well, no, it's a column, isn't it?
It's
yeah,
from a point.
big wide
sphere, 60-foot wide radius sphere of light.
Yeah,
From
so
the point chosen.
the origination point is everything above that sphere.
Yeah.
As far as light goes. Whatever the disk, it's like a big UFO of light.
Yeah, so it is the case that like a 60-foot sphere is like cutting into the shaft of bright light and then another 60 feet of dim light beyond that.
Yeah, that makes visualizing it, and magic is the explanation here.
Yeah. It's not like a light bulb shining light. It is the air is diffused with light.
Yeah. So, and because of daylight, which lasts 1 hour, yeah, you can see there's just I'd say it's been some time. There is some occlusion of dust still, but you can see like the outline of the wreckage below. But there's have to be still dust accumulating and dissipating.
Yeah, this is the dumb idea I had. Firm is going to step off the edge.
Okay, Firm
Go
steps off the
Firm!
edge.
And
Oh,
about like
I'll-
20 to 10 feet, he is going to cast Featherfall on himself.
Okay, you cast Featherfall.
Not when
Descend.
20 feet down, but like when there's 20 to 10 feet left.
Yeah, technically you have to cast it when you fall.
Oh, okay.
Is the thing. You don't technically get to choose. It's when you are falling, right?
Oh, okay.
So you leap, descend down, land within the rubble. You land softly, but you are in an unstable environment. It is difficult terrain.
Go get him. And he'll use his climbing speed to run.
Hold on,
after
before you go down, I haven't done this for you. This'll help.
Oh, you've already used the healer's kit on me.
I thought I gave you a healing word.
No,
No, you
that
get
was
healing word to Cal.
Cal.
I will cast Cure Wounds on you.
You're right.
I'm gonna
Let me
cast
get
that.
that charge back on
Okay.
my healers.
Ragnarok, you are held for the moment, being healed. Firm,
Yeah.
what are you doing at the bottom of this mine shaft? It is also dark down here.
I do have dark
Um,
vision.
You have dark vision, so black and white is dimly illuminating everything for you. You do see, about maybe 20 feet away, a torch lit on the wall. Another 20 feet away, another torch lit on the wall. And there is, beyond the wreckage here, there's another chamber. And then that splits to three, each having rails on them.
Is there any indication? Is there any indication that somebody has left this rubble?
Make a survival check.
Jeez. I'll take that.
Well, yep, I got a 4.
There's so much debris here, it's a little hard to tell. There's also there's blood
Mm-hmm.
mixed amongst the rubble, and a lot of silvery, shiny rocks mixed here. They're also like kicked out around the surrounding area.
Does he see? Can I investigate for? Sounds really greedy. See if the dude left the sword or if the chick's dead body is there. He assumes that since there's obviously he's standing on top of it, and the big buff Kinku didn't punch him yet, so
Right.
he assumes he's not here.
It takes you time to look for the tracks. Ragnarok, you have been healed. You are climbing as fast as possible down.
Mhm.
Okay, how fast do you go in one round?
120.
120. No rage.
Yeah, without rage.
Without rage. Okay. God, you're so fast.
And that climbing speed, baby.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You climb down the shaft. You get down to the bottom as soon as Firm determines that there aren't footsteps. Like Firm determines like I don't see anybody walking away from here.
Can I do a survival check then?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Footsteps.
Okay.
Just because it's like so hard to see in this bitch.
Or feathers.
or feathers, yeah. On a
That's a really good
14 on a 14 right around the area that you're looking at, you don't see footsteps.
Oh, they must still be here. I would like to start without causing like any, I don't know, cave-ins is probably the wrong word, but I want to start moving around rubble.
Okay. It's a lot of stuff to do. It'll take a lot of time. They're down there. What is everyone else up top doing? You just saw one of your members just leap without a word, and the other one, after you healed them, scramble down.
Look, they're fucking dead. We can't do shit about that.
Yeah. How much of the platform up here is on fire currently?
At this point, easily a quarter of it.
Okay. I'm going to run up there and try to look for any mostly papers, but anything.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
gonna let myself get burned. I have a ring of fire resistance, so I'm okay with getting burned a little.
Okay. I mean, you can avoid a lot of the flames here, right?
Yeah.
But if unattended, this thing will just burn and fill the place with smoke and everything.
Yeah, we gotta
Um,
get put out.
um,
I
Let's see.
can't,
Do I have
but,
any way of doing that?
and nobody has control of flames.
You'd think a fire genasi would have that.
You'd think that.
No, they just have make flame.
I can make fire.
I can light out a small campfire, which is not enough.
It's not quite enough. If only somebody could create like 40 gallons of water.
Anyways, right? You see, I said and I quoted, "This is a bad decision," and the player knows it, but he's very curious.
Zol, up top here, there's like food, drink, rations, like a few days still worth on here. They had the paperwork that is up here. You see a layout of like a map of the city.
Yeah, I'm not looking as much as I'm just grabbing.
Grabbing it. Okay,
Just
cool. Yeah.
full on with my long arm, sweeping everything I can into like like a cradle.
Yeah, you can cradle in your arms or shove it in your pack real quick. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gather up some papers that are up here. There is some loose coinage should you wish to, stay a
Yeah.
little longer and grab.
Yeah, it's mostly any like chest or lockbox that might have been left behind, and then the papers.
Yeah, no
Anything
chest
loose
or
hanging out? Eh.
no chest or lockbox. I mean, there's a lot of what looks like old, like semi-old equipment here, leaning up against shelves. Quick glance, nothing that you take. Not really.
Yeah, and that's fine. I will just grab the papers then.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to tie up the corpse of this wizard the best I can with some rope to make them easier to carry, and firemen's carry them so that we
Cool.
can have that body.
You got that body. Cal, Ember, anything the two of you are doing up here?
Do we go down after them? Are you
How?
guys coming back up?
In a minute. We're looking for bodies.
Cool, so he knows you're down there now.
Oh,
Okay. Ragnarok, you rolled a 14. Yeah, nobody's in there. You start pulling apart the wreckage. You discover a horribly mutilated, crushed, smashed humanoid body with a lot of red robing and a lot of red everything. They're like pieces of them aren't together anymore. They are cracked open, right?
Ugh.
You see that there are some black feathers, but you don't see a black body here.
Can I start searching the body I do see? Like their
Yeah,
pockets and
feathers.
whatnot, if that's an option.
Yeah, they have some. You see that there is a coin purse that has been torn, and there's some coins spilled near them and kind of scattered about a bit. They don't seem to have anything else. Like, you don't see anything else on them currently.
Firm will
Is
take all
the
those feathers.
manolin still there?
Okay, cool.
Not
Yeah,
that I can see that, but
You have 2 rue feathers.
I'll collect the coins too.
Okay,
They're not
cool.
gonna need them.
Hell yeah. I love this. It rolled 10 electrum pieces.
Yes. Max knows how much I love Electrum.
It's the best currency.
hey, Ragnarok, is the manolin down there? Can you see that?
There was a lot of metal pieces that are mandolin, right?
Yeah, there's also just a lot of other metal pieces. Like you can clearly see there's manolin down here.
Yeah.
Is it all of it? I mean, you'd have to spend a lot more time. But it seems, first initial guesses, the majority of it all looks here.
Is the crate still there?
Pieces of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a lot of manolin down here.
Okay, good. That means he didn't get it.
Yeah, Ragnarok doesn't have a frame of reference really for how much it was, so I wouldn't spend time trying to figure out if 100% of it is accounted for.
Does Ragnarok have dark vision?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
We looking for anything else?
No, he's gone. Feathers,
Really?
dead body. Oh, can Firm attempt to pick up one piece of the mantle to see how heavy it is?
Yeah, there's chunks of it here. Individually, like it's you have a piece it's like size of like a small plum, right? You know, it's not round, it's all raw. It's pretty dense, this stuff. You can see why they need like a hulking thing to move a cart of it. Um yeah, weighs a fair amount.
Okay. Well, I guess we're done here. And
You wanna
yeah.
go up or you wanna wide?
Oh, yeah. He'll take a free ride up.
Yeah. Hop on his back and he will start climbing up
Okay,
at
cool.
normal pace so as to not drop first.
Yeah, not insane leaping speed, but yeah, you get back up to the top. Shortly after you guys are done gathering and getting things up here, Ragnarok carries Firm back up the elevator shaft.
Does Firm
Well,
notice the giant fire of wood?
Yeah, it's you can't miss it. The smoke is making it even hard to breathe now.
Oh. I forgot that water part of this, so I will use that idea you had. But I will use the create food and water mainly just for the water aspect and angle it on top of the giant fire base.
Okay. Um, Enough of it gets snuffed out that with some prestidigitations, you're
Or
able
control
to
water.
or control water to move some of the water around a bit with your various means. Now that you have a way to douse the major flame, uh, it does. The flames are dispersed. The smoke is still in the air. It is painful to the eyes and difficult to breathe, but none of you are harmed by it.
Well, the
well,
good news is we can go rob that guy now.
Yeah, we should get out of here no matter what. But I'd really like. I'd really like to secure these other 2 parts worth of stuff. This is important for Maras. It shouldn't just be.
I mean, we can push him as far as we can.
Yeah, yeah, that works.
The racks and rails are as shown. They go on the rails that they're currently on, which is the one that Ragnarok is standing on. They go to the elevator or they go to the east. Right? That's the only 2 ways they go.
Can we, with a lot of effort, haul any of them off the tracks onto the next track?
You could,
Or shift the
Look,
mantle.
you could
there
shift
are
the contents into like
there are
another
some
cart.
empty carts that we can put
Yeah.
on the other track, and then we can just move the manolin.
Mm-hmm.
Now that this whole place ain't on fire.
During that process, Sean,
Yeah.
Cal would like to try and pocket some manolin.
I I wonder if anyone would even see you during this time, because everyone's very preoccupied with a lot of different stuff. Make a sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay.
18.
My passive perception is 20.
Yeah, Ember, I think I'm curious if you what have you been doing while you're up here as well?
After the conversation, shouting down to Ragnarok, once everyone is back up, and the plan to shift the contents of the mandolin from one to another is from cart to cart is in swing. That's basically what she's doing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ember, you just barely clock this.
Say nothing for now.
Cal, but you don't catch her eyes or anything like that.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So the plan is to move the mandolin into other carts to then move on the rails that then don't go all the way to the merchant.
Yeah. You right?
I guess as far as it'll go, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, once we get it there, we can either pull the cart off the track and just use it as a cart, or I can.
You won't be able to move it on rock. It's not like a mine cart, not on the rails. That it doesn't
Probably
go.
we should just smash the rails behind it so they can't wheel it back.
But once it is there, I can go ahead and it will certainly take an hour, but I can
Fabricate something.
I was gonna say just channel divinity, my artisan's blessing, to make a cart out of the cart. Make a cart that is designed for regular rolling instead
Designed
of
for regular rolling. Yeah, you could. This could be done. Yes.
How far does the railing get relative to the where the vault door was and
it goes to the vault. Sorry. It goes to the vault door. Yeah, because you guys are walking on regular stone up until the vault door, if I remember correctly.
is the cloud kill still in effect by the vault door?
I don't think so. No, because they're all concentration. Oh, sorry. That's a different thing. I think by this time it would have dissipated out because it doesn't last forever.
I guess. So we get to there, and then Ember spends an hour making a new cart. Is that the plan?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I just think this should be in the hands of the Praetors, I feel like.
All right. While y'all at that, I'm gonna go rob.
Or
the
we can just
big
flag
shopkeeper.
some guards down and they can deal with it. But I don't think they're supposed to know about it. I guess I could call Lugdush. Or I guess I could call my dad.
Dealer's choice. I'm gonna go rob a crooked merchant.
Okay.
Uh,
okay.
Wait up.
While they're
Yeah, come on, Cal.
before Perm leaves, he wants to run down here real quick and just look at what was happening over here.
Yeah, sure. You see there's other chambers that have been kind of dug out a bit. They don't seem to go anywhere, but following this trail, you see there's some other carts. You see there's few bits of mandolin on the floor here, and you see there's a ladder that is going up through a jagged stone opening, something that's been broken through.
Didn't do it, but I'm going to want to peek.
You want to climb the ladder?
Yeah, just peek up a little bit.
Yeah, you climb the ladder, and going up through this opening, you see, you're popping up in the center of what looks to be some kind of storage room of some sort. There's crates on the walls. Crates on the shelving here. You see Some of them seem to be indicating like there is like valuable material inside them. You also see about 10 dead dwarves and blood everywhere.
Just like wide-eyed and horrid. He like slowly climbs down and he just yells for Ember.
What's up?
Uh, uh, bodies. Bodies. A lot of bodies. And he'll climb all the way up
Cool.
to let Ember through.
Scrambling all the way up. Ember, as you make your way up and into this place, as described, you see dwarven bodies sprawled out inside this room. Blood is, again, everywhere. These people died very violently. A few of them are wearing armor as if they were like guards of some kind, and the rest are wearing clothing that seems to indicate like, they're a working class. This is definitely some kind of storage facility or room of some kind. And then looking around, you can read you read Dwarvish?
No.
No? Yeah, you can see markings on the crates that indicate like there are valuables stored here. It becomes kind of you piece together some stuff. This is like a storage of this is like Maras's storage that you have popped into, like where the city stores and guards valuable items. And there were crates cracked open, and you see bits of manolin kind of sprinkled around the ground, leading to this hole.
They weren't mining. They were robbing.
Yeah, that explains how they got it all. Are there any doors around here?
Yeah.
I guess I'll just open the closest one, just trying to figure out where the fuck we are.
Yeah. It is locked, but it's locked from the inside. Simple bar mechanism will open it up for you. Door opens, a wash of bright daylight fills the room. You're in the merchant district, but you're in like the storage area where a lot of people it's like long-term storage of things. You see the people of the city just walking and going about their business. You are definitely where the objects of desire are kept.
Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully we haven't pushed too far. We might as well bring this stuff back because it should just come upstairs because it's all gonna get moved. Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is something worth bringing up with the Senku.
Yeah. Do you want to call him and let him know, and we could just get to work on moving it back so the group doesn't leave?
Well, I mean, I don't think we really have to worry about moving it at this point. Because once we tell the Senku, he's gonna send the guards probably some predators, and they're gonna take care of this. This is the whole stockpile. If they had gotten that, this would have been all of Maras's defenses basically gone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna need to go somewhere.
And then
I
like
think
an
it's
aha
time to,
thing clicks, and he firm remembers the minor cart that dropped. It was on the ground, yes, but there's no telling if it's still there.
yeah, I imagine that they'll take care of that. They'll get the elevator back working. It's a shame Rue destroyed the elevator the way he did.
Like a look of like, what'd you just say?
Do the shifty eyes thing, like back and forth. Yep, definitely wasn't. We should probably catch up with the others. So we can tell them what's going on. I'm gonna pull this door closed and lock it all the same.
Do you want to tell Senku on the way out our way, or make it out? Because there's still a chance they could come back. Talking about Rue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna come back now. The whole element of surprise is lost.
Okay.
But we'll get the Senku on it. He'll get the Predators on it. I guess everybody can just come up this way, and we can just call the Senku now.
That sounds like a better and safer option right now.
I'm gonna take my boy Cal to do a quick robbery.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
go with
God.
them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It'll be fast. I got a spell for opening that lockbox.
Oh my God.
It's not a thing.
Is it knock? Is it knock?
It's knock.
Rainier, do you follow them
Fuck
or
no. No, I am going to stay here with the Manolin and make sure that nothing comes this way.
Okay.
Firm's
Okay.
gonna hang upside down and poke his head back out the little ladder hole and just yell for whoever's down here.
It would be Rainier. The others have head off to I don't have a good word for like a good robbery.
I mean, it's
We're
just
leaving.
stealing.
They
It's
are
fine.
relieving. They are
Redistribution
relieving.
of goods.
Redistribution of goods. Yeah,
It can
yeah,
still be stealing and be
Rainier.
and morally neutral.
yeah.
As I
Yeah,
leave, Rainier, this is for you.
What did you say?
This is a healing for you. As I leave.
Oh,
Thank
Yo,
you.
it's
Last of my
huge.
big, last of my
Oh,
big
fuck.
guns.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Oh my
That
god.
is too shy of max. Holy
Yep.
mackerel.
Look,
Max
if you're gonna
roll,
spend a
mean,
third
not
level, go for it.
person.
yeah.
Yo, big.
Suddenly, I don't think I need a short rest anymore.
But yeah, I'm just gonna get that lockbox to cast knock on it. We're gonna take everything. So it's gonna just be mostly the walking. It's gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And I'll start working on rolling carts back.
Okay. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like
Okay.
Firm sees you rolling carts, and he probably should offer to go help, but he's gonna pretend like he didn't see anything and just like raise back up and hang out with Ember.
That's fine.
We can figure this element of it out later, but while Zal is casting knock on this lockbox, whatever the fanciest, most ostentatious looking clothes, jewelry, that's what Cal's after.
Oh my God, this
Kind of
man
stuff.
got
Yeah. There are fancy clothes. There are some jewels to be had. I think somebody traded him jewels recently.
We did.
I
I traded him quite a bit of jewels, and
Cal's
I know the
super
gold
fond of
value of
fancy
the
robes
jewels.
and scarves.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are. It's a general store, right? So there's any of the items you think you might want from like the handbook of like general kind of equipment, right?
Got it.
And
I'll just
then,
add some more fine clothes to my.
Yeah, there's fine clothes. Yeah. Money wise, in this man's lockbox, you are gonna find 8,000 gold total when you
Damn.
get into the actual money that
Goddamn
the
right.
store had.
You know what? Now that I think about it, though, I will actually do a proper investigation for like he's got some sort of office that we actually went through to get down here, correct?
There was I don't know if it was
There was a
office.
storeroom and then
There's
room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had a
storeroom
back
and then the small room that was like the break to get down, essentially.
Okay.
What are you looking for
I'm looking for
office-wise?
I'm looking for anything that might give us any indication of places that we could look to try and find Rue in the future. Like, is there anything
okay.
about like meeting locations or an appointment book, or
I'll assist
even
with
if it's
that.
coded?
Yeah, very good idea. Roll investigation for me.
I can assist.
Yeah.
I'm also very happy that you elaborated upon this. Looks like a very area with a lot of good invaluable stuff in it because I was about to start stealing everything.
I mean, you can.
Nope, nope, it's not worth it.
You certainly can. 17. Okay. Okay, on a 17, I'll say you find in that lockbox like a false bottom. And as that is lifted up, you find a folded piece of parchment with there is writing on it. The writing itself is it's addressing the shop owner, Mr. Elias Trollblood, and it basically is saying like you are a linchpin for the operations in Maras. We cannot do this without your investments. As such, when the new world arises, you will have a place of honor among Atropal's high guard, his high council. Um, I am sending a representative to see the final motions. And then it's signed. Oh man, I have his name, but I forget it. It's signed Albrecht Vermund, who is the guy you had seen in the tunnels beneath Bastion with Pella. He's the man with the skull mask on.
That's the guy I thought was Rue. Okay.
Yeah, Albrecht Vermund.
Yeah, they fit. They're like twins. What I got from that note was Rue's a bitch.
So it being a general store, there's probably not a ton of magic items, but are there healing potions maybe?
There are some magic items here.
Oh, I'd like to
What?
print those then too.
There are some magic items here. Okay. He has a jar of granny wax.
Yep.
Oh my god.
There are 2 doses in the jar. You rub it on a ordinary broom or wooden stick, and it becomes a broom of flying for an hour. And there is not the wand of formation, because you actually don't know where Arias Trollblood is right now.
That's a fair point.
And he had the bag of beans in his hand, right?
No, we put 'em in the box.
He did trade the bag of beans. I believe they're in the box. You have your bag of beans
Trust
back.
me. Okay, yeah. I pass me the bag of beans back so I can go sell it at the other shop. I'm gonna figure out how. I know the gold value of the gems that we gave away only because at some point I wrote down for posterity what amount of gold everybody got from them. So I just had to figure that out.
Okay, yeah. Because I know I did tell you, but I don't know like where you
Okay,
marked it and
it's
everything.
yeah, so it's 182 gold per person with 8 to the gold. So there's 6 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's right. Okay. 182 times, yeah, so it's 1,118, I think, total.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so I don't know what the individual gems were, but that is the gem value that I'm going to write down for when we sell it to the next person.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, they're worth their value always. So there's the he has the sorry, I need to find the thing. Right, so there's the granny wax, there was the wand he was selling. He did not have any other magic. Actually, I'm sorry, he has one other magic item in here. You see a spell scroll for see invisibility.
What?
Ooh.
No healing
Nice.
potions, though, right?
No healing potions. No.
Okay. Ragnarok is trying to be practical with his thieving, so
Yeah, for sure.
I think he'll just leave the rest of it. He's not going to steal anything.
You know what you just said.
I was very
Or we-
practical with my thieving, says Cal as he's wearing 6 scarves.
Firm, do you want to just load up on paper while we're here? Or...
I never really needed paper to begin with. I just didn't know how to ask for it.
Fair enough. Well, the scrupulous robbing is is a success.
It's a success.
Yeah,
Really
it's a
always-
lot of fucking gold.
really
Well,
hoping someone else
everything
gets
and get
correct
stuff
anyways.
so I think for the 8,000 gold, let's just say like everybody gets 1,000, and then I'm just gonna put a bunch of it. We'll just put a bunch of it in the group loot.
Sounds good.
It's
What is it,
6,
1,000?
so 2,000 into the group loot, and then 1,000 into everybody's pocket. Sound good?
Mhm.
What is 1,000 in platinum?
100.
100.
Okay.
2 grand in the group loot. I haven't sold the gems yet, but we'll cover that whenever we get to that.
Yeah. Just for so I know somebody has it. Zol, I put the granny wax in your inventory.
Give me the granny wax. Give me the bag of beans. 'Cause I'm gonna sell this shit. By the way, it sells for fucking 1,500, I believe.
Yeah, it's half
Yeah.
the cost. Yeah, it's the most they would do it. I just
Gonna
like
go to the
your
observatory,
disdain of these things.
This goddamn bag of beans. At least I could sell it to somebody who's more responsible than the criminal. I did have a flicker of like, oh fuck me, did I just hand like a WMD to a criminal?
I'm super excited that we're now uncovering the curse of that bag of beans, which is Zal can never get rid of it.
It's
Yeah.
just, it constantly arcs back to me.
Yeah,
Sell it and just steal it back. Keep selling the
Yeah.
bag of beans.
I like that a lot. Then we add a new feature to that bag of beans.
Return to
I like
owner.
the idea that it doesn't return like during the events of the campaign, but the fucking epilogue is like pass forward to like Zal's on his deathbed and a fucking runner just delivers a bag of beans to him.
It was a really successful day.
So very, very good.
We didn't die. We stopped most of the manolin, almost all of the manolin from getting taken. Overall, a fucking roaring success. From us.
roaring success. Okay, the heist successful. You meet back up. Do you then like go alert? Like, what is the next plan to like go alert the guards? There was
My
talk
plan
of like
is
messaging somebody.
Yeah, my plan is to sending to the Senku. Hey Senku, it's Ember Prime. We have a problem. The Manolin storage facility found some asshole stealing. Please come as fast as you can. 25.
You get a response back. Hello, Ember. I'm not sure how you know about that place, but I will send guards around immediately.
Yeah. How
Hey,
about
it's
you,
me
everyone?
again. I think I still have 2 third-level slots. Actually, you know what? I will not send again, just in case.
Okay.
Because that would be my last third level. It would be my last sending slot, because I don't have my 4th one.
Okay.
And who knows what else we're going to get up to today.
He's responsible.
Do you stay in the building?
Yeah.
Where are you guys at?
I'm sitting at the top of the ladder, dangling my feet.
Yeah, staying here till someone arrives.
Staying here till someone arrives. Okay, cool. Nobody goes outside the building.
Fuck no.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
I
Okay,
mean,
cool.
passerbys could definitely hear the knock go off. an enormous boom, but that's their problem, not ours.
Right, in the other place. Yeah. I just
Maybe
wanted
just
to
lock
see.
the door.
Yeah. For waiting for ostensibly guards to arrive, you're inside, either down below or inside that storage facility.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we'll pick up there next week on your
Nice.
successful thwarting of Rue's plan.